Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this voiceover and my lips are not really matching. That is because while I was recording this video, my microphone was dead and I didn't realize that it was on this entire time. So I have to do a voiceover now and it's gonna be really annoying. So basically I'm just gonna do a review slash makeup look using the Fenty Beauty makeup line. So if you guys can please bear with me on this little mistake, let's just get into it. Alright, so starting off with the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This retails for $32 and it is 1.08 fluid ounces, and it says it is a shine stopping, pore diffusing primer that smooths the way for better foundation application and longer wear with an instant retouch effect. And the color says soft matte, but I have used this before and I must say I freaking love the way that it smells. It smells amazing. It's like a fresh, kind of clean scent, and I really love the way that it feels. It's very kind of airy. It feels moisturizing as well. It's almost like a face moisturizer slash primer, but I just kind of tap it all over into the skin. And I will say from using it before, it kind of does help the foundation to kind of look and apply a lot better. So this is one of my favorite primers now. So when I did order the products online, which I only ordered a couple of things, I didn't order everything, but I did order a color 310 for the foundation, and it was way too warm, too dark for my skin tone, so I ended up getting a different color, which was 270. Again, this is a shade 270 and it's a soft matte longwear foundation with buildable medium to full coverage and a boundary breaking range of 40 shades. Yeah, girl. And this one retails for $34 and it's the same 1.8 fluid ounces. And with this foundation, since it is a matte finish, you want to work in smaller increments because it does dry a lot faster. But I have worn this foundation before when I used that 310, that really dark ass one. I mean, it was really dark for my skin tone, but I absolutely loved the way that it felt, the way that it wore. It just felt like you weren't really wearing anything, and the finish was really beautiful. So this foundation has the same exact scent as the primer, that kind of fresh, clean scent that I'm obsessed with. And another tip, if you do end up purchasing this product, I do recommend to kind of swatch it on your hand first and let it just kind of oxidize because the color does tend to change. So I do recommend to do that prior. Again, this is medium to full coverage, so I did add a little bit more on certain areas just because I wanted more of a full coverage, so keep that in mind. Alright, moving on to concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. So before we set, we are going to move on to the match sticks. So I got the customizable trio, meaning they are already kind of customized for you. There's light, medium, tan, and deep. I got tan. So it says it's a longwear light as air makeup sticks with 3 shades of your choice, 2 matchstick matte skin sticks to conceal and contour, and 1 stick shimmer skin stick to highlight. So this retailed for $54, but individually they are $25 each. So I thought that was a good deal for 3. They are 0.25 ounces. I thought it was so cool because they're magnetic and they just stick together. Look at this, watch. So in the tan trio, it is caramel, truffle, and rum. So the lightest shade in this trio is caramel, which is supposed to be for concealing, but it is way too warm to conceal. So I ended up using this as kind of like my bronzer. I'll show you in a second. And the other shade is truffle. This is the one used to contour, and I think this is a really good kind of color to contour. And the last shade is a highlight shade. This is in rum. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's a very kind of goldy highlight. It's really pretty. So here you have all three shades. It's rum, truffle, and caramel. So like I said, it is 0.25 ounces, and that's what it pretty much looks like. I don't think it's a lot of product for what you're paying for, but that's just me. Take it or leave it. I think here I was describing, like, I'm curious to see how a kind of creamy concealer stick or contour stick is gonna blend well with having such a matte foundation. I'm kind of scared if it's gonna get like patchy, but anyways, I'm gonna move on to truffle and just kind of contour where I would normally contour. And I'm just gonna lightly dampen my beauty blender. And for this, what I figured, I don't know why I'm making that face, but for this product, what I figured is to kind of lightly tap it into the skin instead of rubbing it upwards, because I feel like that's what makes it kind of patchy. But overall, I do feel like it blended out pretty nicely. I just gotta kind of clean up that contour because it's a little lower. And again, since the lightest shade, which is caramel, it was a little too dark and warm to be used as concealer. So I'm using it as a bronzer, and it is very, very subtle. Like, you can barely tell, as you can see. But it kind of just warms up the face just a tad bit. So if you are planning to purchase these matchsticks, I do recommend to go to the store and basically color match yourself, because you might end up with this situation here. But I don't know if you can kind of tell, it's like very, very subtle kind of warmth to my face. Next, we are taking that highlighter shade in Rum, and I'm just going to use my finger to apply because I feel like it's going to be a bit much if I just go straight in. So after applying this color on my face, I wasn't really a big fan because if you can see, there's kind of like this cast to it, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't really feel like it blends pretty well, but I ended up blending it with, I think, a beauty blender after, and I feel like it kind of blended out better. So I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with the RCMA translucent powder. I'm just going to set my T-zone area as well. So I'm just going to quickly do the brows. No clue why I made this face. So for this look, I'm going to be using the Metal Matte palette by Kat Von D. Taking Suede from the palette, and I'm just going to put that in my upper crease. Going back into the palette, we're going to take, I believe it's called Oak. And this shade is just going to go a little bit lower than that previous shade. And the last shade that we're going to use from the palette is this one here. It's called Jet. And this color here, you're just going to basically apply it more so right on the crease and on the outer corner as well. And just taking a clean brush, you're just going to want to buff it out and blend it out. And here I just went into that suede color and basically put it up top right there so I could just kind of blend it out even more. And here's where I'm applying it to that outer V corner. And here I'm just taking my Fit Me by Maybelline and Sand Sable to basically cut my crease, and using a very small flat brush to do that. And the last item that I purchased is a Killawatt highlighter in Trophy Wife. It says it's a weightless longwear cream power hybrid highlighter. It's 0.28 ounces and retails for $34. Using that same brush we used to cut our crease, we're going to apply the highlighter to the lid. And For the under eye, I'm going to use Suede and Jet, basically the same colors up top for that bottom lash line. Taking Fuego from that DESIXKATY collab with Dose of Colors, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner and my brow bone. This has literally been one of my favorite damn highlighters of all time. So I quickly popped on some NYX winged liner, and I popped on these KOKO lashes in Allure. To warm up my face a bit more, I'm going to take the GIRLACTIK bronzer in CABO. Again, taking my favorite highlighter in Fuego, basically highlighting all the high points of your face. And hitting my face again with that Trophy Wife Kilowatt highlighter, I'm just going to put that kind of on the high points of my cheeks. This shit is literally no joke. Do y'all see that? Girl, Riri was not playing. And for the lips, I cannot get away from these two bitches. DESIXKATY collab with Dose of Colors in the color No Shade. I think here I was explaining that I didn't get the lip gloss because I'm not a lip gloss type of gal. No me gusta. I'm pretty sure here I was saying that I absolutely loved these products. My favorite by far is the primer and the foundation and that Trophy Wife. I mean, I didn't try everything because there's a shit ton of stuff, but I really, really loved these products, so I am definitely a fan. But I don't know what the fuck else was saying, but I do want to say thank you for watching, and again, as always, please show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. And if there's any other videos you want me to do, leave them down below. All the makeup crap I use is in the description, and I'll check you guys in my next video. Thank you!